Alright everybody, welcome to Adventures with Leif and welcome to the truck bed sleeper build. I'm Leif, this is my buddy Lloyd, and this is my truck bed sleeper in my 2007 Ford Ranger SuperCab. It's a 6-foot box, and so I'm just a little under that. I'm 5'10", so I fit in there nice and good, and it's real cozy. I took her out one night on the Veta River already, and it totally worked great. So it's made out of 1/2-inch ply and some 2x4s. That's really all. Cost me about $150 in materials to make. We put it together over the course of 3 days. It's also fully removable, so if I want to take it out, I can. It just kind of sits in there all nice, pressure fitted in there. It's a great little build. It's totally convenient for this truck, and so in this video I'll take you kind of step by step how I did it and what my processing was kind of through that. And at the end of the video I'll show you some footage of when I took it out on the Vetter. So without further ado, we'll get into it. To Home Depot. I'm gonna try and get as much as I need, but I have a feeling this is gonna be one of many trips. So try and get everything we need, but I got a few things on my list, so we'll go grab that and get back home and start the build. One thing I need to get fixed immediately. Stupid window doesn't hold up by itself. See? You too. Sorry, Lloyd. Sorry, buddy. Alright, so first order of business is sweep her all out. Make sure she's clean inside. And then we'll get to measuring. All right, let's get to cutting. Went okay. Oh, that wasn't great. All right, well, we know from last time to keep the tripod a little bit out of the way. Good. All right, so we need 2 of these pieces, so here's the next one. Okay, so I just have to do the 2 end pieces for the box, and then I'm gonna do some middle support pieces. So I'll just time lapse that. So I got all my pieces cut up. The plan is to just put them all together with some 1 1/4" screws, and then I'll put some brad nails in it just for a little bit of extra strength. So I'll do a little time lapse of me doing that. But yeah, let's put that bed together. No less than 20 minutes into this, I break my countersink bit. Alright, so the GoPro died kind of towards the tail end of finishing up the bed there. So I just went inside for a little bit, charged it up. This is where we got to with that. So we got the ends on and then the brace pieces in the middle. So let's just throw it in the truck and see how it looks. Alright, so this is how the box looks in the truck. Comes up just about right to where the tailgate comes in. Next thing is to put a sheet of ply across, bring it up snug to the wall, and that'll give us somewhere to lay down. Yeah, sweet. All right, she fits all good, and it's just starting to rain out, so I figured I'd pack it in for the day. We'll get at her tomorrow. But yeah, so then we're gonna make some drawers out of this thing, and then yeah, we'll get to the rest of it. But that's it for today. So we'll clean up and start her tomorrow. Okay, we're back at it, day 2. I had to go to Canadian Tire in the morning because I had bought one T-handle for the canopy, and I bought 2 passenger side ones, which is a little stupid on my part. So I had to go back, get a driver's side one. And it was raining this morning, so I just figured we'd do that. It's nice out now, it's a little windy, but plan for today is to cut some holes in the box so we can have some space to store things, secure that top on the box, and then we'll get to the right side of the build, which is some more storage, some shelves, and a little desk or something so that I can put stuff onto. Okay, so we have our measuring and marking all done for our cutouts for storage. One in the front there, and then one for each box there. So we just gotta wait for my jigsaw to charge, which I don't know how long that's gonna take, and then we'll do that. Alright, so the jigsaw died again. So when we wait for that to charge up, I figured we'd just staple this top on. And then once the jigsaw is recharged, we can get back at cutting that piece up. Okay, so I'm still waiting for the jigsaw to charge up, and then I'll finish that bed. And I figure while I'm waiting, I'll kind of get started on this shelf section on the right. I've been brainstorming a little bit what I should do, and eventually I want like a piece of 1x2 or something to sit on the side of the bed, just along the side and just along the shelf, so I can slide another piece of plywood in there and then make the bed bigger. But to do that, I need that shelf piece to be pretty sturdy. And I can't really put anything along here because it's sloped. But there's these one spots I'll show you. There's a spot right here that's kind of like an indent. I think I might be able to fit a 2x4 in there. So I was thinking I could run a 2x4 along inside the clamps, and I'll like chisel out or kind of just take out a chunk out of the 2x4 so that the clamp can fit still over top of it, and squeeze the canopy as well. But then I can have that piece there and some 2x4s coming up from here that lock onto that. That way that holds that down nice, and then I can build the shelf around that. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah. Alright, so we got our second hole cut with the jigsaw, and then I started in here, and I wasn't quite sure if I was gonna like it or if it was gonna work, so I didn't record it. But basically we have a 2x4 going along here, and I notched out on the chop saw and then a little bit of chisel and whatever. And so these hold this 2x4 real snug against the wall there. And then I just elbowed these screws in with these 2x4s coming down. And there's a little spot for them to rest there, so it gives it some support. I figure that I'll put some 2x4s along this, and then I can put my sheet of ply up against that. I'm still kind of trying to figure the whole thing out, but I like where that's going, so. Now that the support for the plywood is on, we gotta measure out our piece, put a piece of ply right here, and I think I'm gonna have it come up just maybe 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a piece of ply and put it in here. I'll cut notches out for where those clamps are for the canopy, but then it'll give us just a little bit of space. Something to put some things on top of, whatever, and yeah, so we'll bring out the table saw and we'll start cutting. Sweet. Alright, I'm gonna call it a day for today. I only have a few small things to do, and then it's pretty much done. So yeah, should only take maybe an hour tomorrow to finish it up, and then we'll be done. But it's coming along great, and it's starting to look really good. I'm happy with it. Okay, day 3. We went to Home Depot in the morning and got some 1x2 and some stain for the whole thing. So we'll put the 1x2 just along here, and on the other side, same place, so that we'll have somewhere to slide this sheet of ply in, and then that'll make the bed bigger. So that's really all we got to do today, and then she's done. So yeah, shouldn't take too long, but we'll get after it. Moment of truth. Can I lie on it is the big question. Feels pretty good. Can't lie. Yeah, good. Sweet. Alright, so I'm just gonna put a little 2x4 in here so it stops this bed from going over and getting out of position. Solid. So we're gonna get to staining. We'll take everything out of here. This box needs a good spray down with the air hose. Get all the sawdust out of here. And then we'll stain it up. I got Sedona Red. So hopefully that's okay. I just kind of briefly looked at it and thought, well, that'll look nice. We'll have to see once it goes on. It could be horrible. Yeah, so we'll get everything out of here. Unfortunately, this is stuck on here, so we'll have to stain it inside of the truck, which will be a little interesting. But everything else we can do out here, just on the ground. Change of plans. Sedona Red is probably one of the most hideous stains I've ever seen in my life. So we gotta go back to Home Depot, exchange this, and get a different one, because there's absolutely no way the whole thing's being Sedona Red. That looks a little different on there, I feel. Whatever. Alright, back from Home Depot, and we're gonna go with red chestnut. Hopefully that's better. Moment of truth. Let's see how this looks. Okay, definitely could be a little better. Let's see.
Well, let me have a rule and a saw and a board and I'll cut it. I'll climb up a ladder with a hammer and a nail and I'll nail it. Well, we worked so hard to build a little house together in the snow.
Okay, so I didn't want it to be like an endless painting montage, so I just did a few time lapses and then finished it off camera. But it's looking, I don't know, it's a little too red for me, which I understand it's called red cherry, but when I looked at, they gave me like all the sticks of the different colors, and it was like totally a different color, a lot more brown. So maybe it'll dry better, or maybe I'm just stuck with this red color. There's no going back now, so whatever, still looks okay, just a little red, which was what I was trying to avoid. Like this last stick, this was the other red I got. No, you can't have that. This was the other red I got before and I took back. No. Not much of a difference. So we'll see how it plays out, but we'll wait for it to dry and see how it looks from there.
The ice cold wind whenever, no matter what the weather, we're together.
All right, so that's done. Bed is done. Yeah, just got to do this, the middle piece, and then let her dry, and pretty much it. I got some new struts coming today on Amazon. So hopefully those get here at some point. We can put those in, but other than that, it's getting down to it. Okay, well, it's all stained up now, and it's all in there. So I just gotta continue to let it dry, and I don't know if I love the color. It's a little too red for me, but I'm hoping it dries and turns maybe a little more brown, but we'll see. It is what it is. Can't do anything about it now. But so yeah, that is pretty much the end of the build portion. It went a lot better than I thought it would, so that's good. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. So there's a few things I kind of changed my mind about on the way. Overall, I'm happy about it, and yeah, if this ends up reaching more people than I think it will, but whatever. If it does, and there's something you think I could have done different or something I can add, let me know. I think all in all, it was about $130 of materials, $150 of materials maybe. That's just the lumber and screws or whatever, and then, oh, that's still wet, buddy. Don't go up in there. Yeah, overall I think the whole thing cost me about $200, which is good. I'm happy with. So yeah, but the plan is for tomorrow is to take it out on the Vedder River and see what it's like camping in it. That being said, that does depend on whether the stain dries great or not. If I get to it tomorrow and the stain's still wiping off, it's gonna get on everything, then I won't bother. I'll give it a few more days. But if the stain is okay, we'll take it out, try a night in it, and see how she holds. Yeah, that is about all for the build, and then so we'll see you when we take it out camping. So it is definitely not the next day. In the last clip I was saying that I was gonna go out the next day, but unfortunately over the weekend we got over 100 mils of rain. Vancouver was flooding, and it was a little bit of craziness, so I decided not to go out because it was just pissing. But it's about 4 days later now, and it's beautiful outside, so I'm excited to get out there. We got about a 45-minute drive ahead of us, deep into kind of Chilliwack Lake area and some back service roads. So we'll get a nice spot by the Vedder, and we'll hunker down. I got some wood for a fire, and yeah, it's gonna be a good night. We're gonna test out this little sleeper build and see how she is.
They say a cowboy can't rap, well I got news for you. I've got an Appaloosa pony and a Palomino too. Took a trip down to Calgary to see what I could see. I bought a $20 saddle, put it in the canopy. Hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. Now I'm on the way to PG on a muddy, muddy road. I got a 4x4 diesel and a heavy, heavy load. There was blood on the highway about 100 miles ago. When I came around the corner, there was something on the road. Hey, 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 hey. Now there's a black man in the White House, a white man in black suits taking care of business, and they're looking mighty cool. Got the black shades on and their alligator shoes, so they're going incognito, looking at you. Hey, 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 hey. So listen now, Obama, there's a thing I like to say. If you could take it from a neighbor, hear it in a good way. You're bailing out the banker, no responsibility. Why don't you throw them all in jail and let the poor go free? Hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey.
All right, well, we made it. Unfortunately, this is not the spot I wanted, but somebody's in the spot that I was gonna take, so we'll settle with here. Turn this around for you. It's not bad at all. It's right down by the river, so I'll just take my chair over there, and we'll set up fire over there, and then I'll sleep for the night up here. So I'll find a spot nice and level for the truck. But I've probably got about an hour of sunlight left, so I need to cut some of my firewood and get some kindling, set myself up down there, and then pretty much good. So we'll just take her easy, and yeah, we made it here in one piece, so it's good. All right, so this is the setup for a night. We got the sleeping bag in there, some pillows. I cut out a little foamy just earlier this morning, so it sits in there nice and good. Yeah, it's actually real comfy. I tested her out, so I'm looking forward to it. So we got it parked somewhat level. It's a little bit on a slope, but I couldn't really find anything that wasn't. The more level it gets, the closer to the road, so I don't really want to be too close to the road. But yeah, so I've cut up my kindling, and I'm ready to go with the fire once it gets dark. So I'll probably just sit by the river. It's going crazy right now. I'll have to show you. Have a beer and just relax until it's time to have the fire, and then climb on in here when it's ready to go to sleep. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, buddy. It's going pretty good. All this rain we got over the weekend. Oh, I've been absolutely fighting for my life with this fire. I got it from the gas station. I think that it was just like wet or something. It didn't feel wet, but I've never had this much trouble starting a fire. I was working with it for probably 30 minutes and it just would not catch. But I think it's going good now. Just gonna let it play out. And Lloyd is not very happy with me. He's been freezing, and he's just been watching this fire keep dying and dying. So hopefully I can get him happy and warm, and yeah, we'll just enjoy this fire for the rest of the night. I remember all them summers playing till my fingers bled. You'd sing a song and I sang with. We get drunk and go to bed. Looking back at all them memories, Lord, I'd hate to sleep alone. If you ever get the notion that you need me, let me know. 'Cause it's just 2 hours to get there, babe. I can make it back about an hour or so. Hold you close against my skin. Need a little warmth, not so cold. Singing songs we used to sing. One about a lady in a long black veil. Should have seen the warning signs. But Lord, I love to hear you well. High and lonesome, hard and strong, even if it was a little out of tune. Hotter than the socks on a Jersey giant. Lord, I thought you hung the moon. I remember all them winters, drinking wood fat till we drown. We get wind about a party, bundle up and go to town. Never worry about the police, never worry much at all. I miss those nights of reckless glory. I'd come back call. It's just 2 hours to get there, babe. I can make it back in about an hour or so. Hold you close against my skin. Need a little warmth on a night so cold. Singing songs we used to sing. One about a lady in a long black veil. Should sing warning signs. Lord, I love to hear you well. High and lonesome, hard and strong. Even if it was a little out of tune. Harder than the socks on a Jersey John. Lord, I thought you hung alone. I left town when we were over, 'cause it didn't feel the same. Every back road has a memory, and every memory holds your name. It's just 2 hours to get there, babe. I can make it back about an hour or so. Hold you close against my skin. Need a little warmth on a night so cold. Singing songs we used to sing. One about a lady in a long black veil. Should sing the warning signs. But Lord, I love to hear you well. High and lonesome, hard and strong. Even if it was a little out of tune. Harder than the socks on a Jersey John. Lord, I thought you hung